Hey everyone. So today I actually wanted to share a application that I made, a project I've been working on for past 2 weeks now. Um, it's a small screen recorder application. Um, I say small because it is pretty simple. It's nothing special. It's a screen recorder software made with Python. I used PyQt5 to make this not very good looking UI, but pretty functional. Um, so why I came to share a little bit of like a simple screen recorder application. Uh, why did I do it? Because this is just not any screen recorder application. This screen recorder application has a small little feature um, that is it can detect if you are speaking or not. So as you can see on the screen, it is right now. Let me make it a little bit bigger so you can read better. So right now it can detect that I am speaking, and if I blah, blah, blah. If I stop speaking, you will see like it will show like ambient noise or silence detected. So here I go. I'm gonna stop talking. As you can see, as I stop talking, it showed you like ambient noise or silence detected. And as I speak right now, it is showing that voice is detected. Um, so what is happening over here? Okay, good. It can detect you're speaking or not. Big deal. It is a pretty big deal because um, so the story behind this project is basically like I started to work as a TA for my computer science class. Well, not computer science class actually. Sorry about that. It was my CIS class. So I became a TA for my web development CIS class, where I mostly help students with JavaScript to make web application with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, basic stuff. Um, as a part of TA's work, one of my job is to make small tutorials, small videos on small topics. For example, this past week, I sorry about that. I made a small tutorial on Fetch API, where I basically let me run this and show it to you guys what this actually is. Oh my, lot of stuff here. Um, so this is basically pretty straightforward. This is the so every time I click fetch data, it gets a random user, a picture, name, email, gender, and a fake phone number. So it's a classic fetch API tutorial example. So the thing is, it's been quite a long time that I have used fetch. Let me take this on another screen. I don't want to have it here. Okay, so it's been quite a long time that I have used fetch. I have used JavaScript. So while I was making this tutorial, I had to look to the documentation of fetch. And so while I was making the video, because I was looking at the documentation again and again and again, what happened was when I finished making the video and I posted it on the campus website and students saw it, one of the students came to me and said that, hey, the video was super long, obviously, because I was looking at the documentation and writing code. Um, the whole video was 40 minutes, and the student said that in that 40 minute of video, I was only coding and explaining maybe like 15 minutes. But again, they did not know like when and where I was explaining stuff, so they couldn't just like fast forward to the video. So one of the students requested me, hey, could you please like maybe like cut or like fast forward through the sessions where you don't speak anything, or you're like maybe looking at the documentation, or you might went take a bathroom break or get a water or whatever. I said, okay, that makes sense, because I mean I'm also a student, so I understand that nobody wants to waste time looking at a 40-minute video, not knowing like when there's gonna be an explanation, whatever. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna basically like edit those video before I post it. So From then, what I started to do is like I record a tutorial. I like edit that video in a video editing software. I use Filmora. It's a free software, and I like cut, or not cut actually. I don't cut videos. I don't cut sessions in any videos. Basically, I fast forward through the part where I'm not speaking, I'm not explaining anything, whatever, and I slow down. I like the video remains at normal speed when I'm like actually explaining, where I'm like actually talking. I did it for like 2 weeks, and I got tired pretty fast editing those videos, because editing video like that is pretty hard. I don't know about you guys, but I hate editing videos. Like finding out where you're not speaking and like fast forwarding those small section is kind of tedious job and kind of waste of my time. I mean, I have things to do. So what I thought, like, hey, maybe there's a software that can do this for me. Maybe there's a screen recorder app that can detect silence and basically fast forward through those moments automatically. I tried to look online, but I didn't find anything. Unfortunately, something that I found was one of the Filmora's extension. Something here I have to find out. Okay, yeah, it was basically a small extension from Filmora that can detect when you're not speaking and where you're speaking, and basically like fast forward through those time span. But the thing is, that's gonna cost me money. That extension would cost me like $50 a month. I can't do that. I'm a broke college student. So what I did was, I tried to think like, hey, how to maybe I can make a screen recorder app that can detect if I'm speaking or not. How could it be, right? So that's why I kind of made this application. So this application, while I'm recording this video, I think you already got a small demo when I was looking for the Filmora extension thing. The moment I stop talking, and if I don't speak for like 5 seconds, then it basically starts to let me, okay, it's kind of hard to explain. I'm gonna just show it to you all. I'm just trying to open my GitHub. Okay, hopefully you got another demonstration of how it works. The moment I stop talking and I do something else, maybe I'm trying to look up a file or trying to find a file, it will basically fast forward. So I'm trying to explain how it does that, okay? So somewhere in my app, there's a file that basically stores all those silent moments. Like, so for example, this is the start time, this is the end time, this is an array, and this is a tuple. And it basically records the start time where I stop talking after 5 seconds, and then the moment before I talked. So the whole silent duration. So in this little example here, I wasn't talking from 2 minutes 56 seconds to 3 minutes and 52 seconds. So it will store all those small timestamps, put it in an array, and on my application I have a small SQLite database. That was a mouthful, and it actually saves those in the data column, tablet, what do you call it? I don't know. I'm not a database engineer. Okay, so it basically saves this data in this SQLite database, and it can basically, like, after this video ends, like finishes compiling, it basically like goes through all these timestamps and fast forwards all those timestamps. So now I don't have to do it manually anymore. It's just does it automatically. So to give this a little bit better like demonstration of the software, what I was planning to do is I haven't finished this project yet, this tutorial yet, so I'm gonna continue working on it and show you how this video recording software actually works, how it actually performs. So the thing is, the reason I made this application, like, it was for me. I was having a problem, and for me, the way I learn how to code and the way I love to code is, if I have a problem, I try to solve it with code, because I believe that coding is a superpower, close to a superpower, and I like to use the superpower to solve my day-to-day problems. So it was a pretty interesting problem that I had, and I wanted to solve it, and that's why I made this application. I'm not publishing this software. Maybe I will publish it in the future. I just made it for fun, and I just wanted to share with everyone that I made it. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this tutorial, finish this video, show like and hopefully I will be able to show how this thing actually works, how my video recording software actually fast forwards through silent moment. And the way I code is basically like, I first write code and then I explain. So bear with me. If I look at this, okay, I'm gonna close this. If I look at this thing, it's kind of ugly looking, the UI, not the person. So I'm gonna basically add some styles into it. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so what I did is pretty easy. I added a main CSS file and linked it in the HTML. So what I'm planning to do is I'm gonna put this button in the bottom. And it was pretty simple. Let me open the interpreter. So I just added a width of 250 pixels. I added a small little margin, so it's like margin 0 auto, so it's like in the center. And then I added a little bit of margin top, so it's like in the little bit down, not like touching the top floor. Again, nothing too crazy. I just added with inherit, so it's like stretches to the whole div, and I added a little bit of a margin so that this part is a little bit far from. There's a little bit of margin between the image and this information. Okay, so what I basically did, I took the button down. This is show data. This is where all the data, name, email, and all the things shows up, and this is the image. So what I want to do is, like, I want to add a little bit of margin on the button. Okay, looks much better now. By the way, the goal of this small demonstration was not to teach you about Fetch. I'm pretty sure you guys know a lot about Fetch. The goal of the video was to show my video application, the project that I made in Python. Hopefully it fast forwarded through all the session where I wasn't speaking and I was just writing code. So yeah, so this is basically my small video recording. So now if when I click stop recording, it's gonna have a little bit of process. It's gonna take like 5 to 6 minutes to basically go through all those timestamp and fast forward through those. So again, I didn't like go through in depth of the code. If you want to know how I coded it, please let me know. I would love to show you how I made it. Maybe I can do a little bit small live stream where I code this, and you can maybe ask me question about what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. I don't know. So yeah, thank you for looking at this. Thank you for seeing this video, and hopefully we'll check it out on my GitHub. Thank you.